And we are back with another episode of Straight Out the Lou. As always, I'm Dylan, joined by Luke and Chris. And today, we have an update on the status of the MLB contenders a week after the MLB trade deadline is passed, as well as updates on NFL training camp and the NBA offseason as free agency opens up. We'll wrap up this episode with a Bruins Minute with Luke headlining some news about the Boston Bruins as well. All right. Chris, take it away.
I'm gonna let Luke go first. I'm preparing some criticisms.
So I got to say, I was watching this game. I was watching fourth inning. Verdugo shoots a gap. Good start. Finally get the bats going a little bit. Who's been a disgrace, by the way, the past couple weeks. Get a couple early runs. Take a 2-0 lead. Never bad. Very happy. Nathan Eovaldi. What a collapse in that inning. I can't believe what I just watched. I don't understand what's wrong with this team. I don't get it. I think they've just given up. I'm pissed at the front office more so than the overall team at the moment. But the team is right there. They're now slowly inching their way because they can't hit, they can't pitch, and they can't field. And, it's really tough to watch right now. I think they're going to miss the playoffs. They're definitely going to miss the playoffs. The Yankees, the A's, the Blue Jays, those teams are coming. And I think Chaim Bloom looks like a big idiot right now.
Yeah, 1-5 in your last 6, following a deadline when you didn't make any moves. Not a great look for a team that's contending to win the division.
Probably going to lose tonight, too.
Probably. It's 9-2.
Yeah, I would say so.
This team, let me tell you about this team. I had to sit through the Boston Celtics all winter. We all witnessed how angry I would get at them every night. This is worse. This is awful. Are you kidding me? What was it, like 3 weeks ago? They had a 4.5 game lead in the division. They're up like 12 games on the Yankees and Jays. That is gone. The Yankees are going to be 3 back tonight. The Jays are going to be 4 back, and we're going to be 2.5 back in the division because this team sucks. They're terrible. They're a complete joke in all facets of the game. They can't hit. I don't know how can you not hit? This entire lineup sucks. Everybody sucks in the lineup. They can't pitch. Nobody in the rotation is good at all. Not all of them blow. They're all terrible. We know about their defense. They're the worst defensive team of all time. They're so bad defensively. You have teams like how are you letting the Yankees get up on you? The Yankees suck. And now they're going to be 3 games back because this team is so bad. I wanted to go through the Red Sox roster right here and explain why pretty much each and every player sucks and should be unconditionally released by the team. Let's start here. JD Martinez is awful. He sucks. He's done. He should retire. He is so bad. He's hitting about 150 since the All-Star break. Has been a complete and utter disgrace. So bad. There's a runner. They pitched around Alex Verdugo to get to JD Martinez in this game because he sucks so bad. They should take him out of the lineup. He's awful. Schwarber should be the DH when he comes back because JD can't hit anything. Devers sucks. He can't hit anything right now. He can't field either.
Double play machine.
Verdugo sucks. He just sucks overall. I had nothing else to say there. He's not good. Bogarts sucks. Has given up since the trade deadline. I understand Chaim Bloom should have made a move, but all these losers have given up since the trade deadline. I don't care that you didn't make a move. You are right there to make the playoffs, and they have completely given up. Who else here? Kike sucks. Renfroe is so bad. He cannot hit a pitch. I've seen him 4 days in a row strike out on pitches right down the middle. He just can't hit anything.
They got Marwin Gonzalez back today.
Marwin Gonzalez is back. Thank the Lord. He had a 457-foot home run in Worcester when he was rehabbing, but he can't hit the ball out of the infield in the major leagues. Same thing with Christian Vasquez, by the way. Can't hit the ball out of the infield. He is not. I don't think he's gotten a hard hit ball in 3 months. Sucks. Bobby Dahlbeck is so bad. He strikes out every time he comes to the plate, and he still plays. And you know who he's platooning with right now? The franchise, who sucks. He's awful. So bad. And
what about Chavis?
The only thing they did well over the last week is getting rid of Michael Chavis, who blows. And I'll just go through the starting pitching, and then I'll be done. Nathan Eovaldi, is a bum. He was good for the first half of the season. He sucks now. His last 3 starts have been an abomination. He is awful. He sucks. Eduardo Rodriguez, very good last start. The most inconsistent pitcher in the history of baseball. Sucks. Nick Pivetta just sucks. Garrett Richards and Martin Perez are not major league pitchers, but they're still pitching for the Boston Red Sox. So there's that. This team blows. They have no chance to make the playoffs. Complete disgrace.
Yeah, from an outsider perspective, I think you nailed it in the beginning of your rant. They just don't seem like they want to play anymore. I think they gave up after Bloom didn't make any moves. I mean, that has to be a hit on morale there. It seems like he almost discounted the team's chances to really make a run by not making moves. I mean, clearly there was guys on the market that could benefit them. Positional needs for their team, too.
Well, they got Delino to Shields yesterday. I think he hits 170.
It's really bizarre. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, you can't give up like 2 single-A mid-tier prospects for Rizzo.
See, now we're the Tampa Bay Rays. We're a team that the Boston Red Sox historically are a team that wins now, and we're a team now that's building for the future, which is it's so much. I can't wait till Marcelo Meyer comes up in 2025.
I like the Schwarber guy, and maybe they should have done more, but I don't understand why these players just decide they're going to quit. They were in first place, and they're we're done. Nope, that's enough for us for this year. We're done. We have a chance to finish in first place. Anything can happen in the Major League Baseball playoffs. Nope, we're done. We're checking out for the season. We're going to do what we did last year. That's certainly what JD Martinez is doing because he sucked last year and he sucks now.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah, this is 2011. I mean, it's not. It's more gradual, but it's 2011.
Yeah.
It really is a crazy collapse to watch. I think it starts with the pitching, but obviously the hitting has been lacking.
No. It does not start with the pitching. It is.
I mean, you look at the rotation, and you can't really name a guy who's a solid A-list pitcher.
No.
And on a contending team, you need a solid A-list guy to hold the rotation down.
No, I agree, but dude, they're averaging 3 runs a game in their last 10.
Yeah, no, it's a problem.
You can't win. You can't win even if your pitching's good. If that's the case.
They will get Chris Sale and Tanner Houck back this week, but I agree that's a problem because they can't get the quality starts and pitchers. They're starting behind every game.
There's never been like a real pitcher that's come back from Tommy John and made a major impact in his first year. Like they don't come back and just become aces again. So we can't expect Sale to do.
You're giving the ball to right now Eduardo Rodriguez, who I like, but that's who your best pitcher is right now. So I
think Tanner Houck's the best pitcher.
Maybe Tanner Houck, who's a rookie. So they're in a great spot with the starting rotation. Really happy they didn't get Jose Barrios. Really happy with that. But they still shouldn't be quitting. They were in first place at the deadline, and they decided they were done. Complete joke.
How about then? Because then you turn on Boston sports, you turn on any station, and they're just raving about Anthony Rizzo. It just makes me so upset. It's just
the
Yankees
got Rizzo, and look where the Yankees are. They might lose tonight, but
wouldn't want to lose Blaze. Wouldn't want to lose Blaze Jordan.
Yeah, wouldn't want to lose Blaze Jordan, who won't be up for another 5 years. Thank God. And that'll be when Bogarts is done, and Martinez is already done. But that'll be when
because we're building around Meyer.
Yeah, we're building for the 2028 campaign. So good thing we have our assets set up for that. They still shouldn't have quit though. This is unacceptable.
Both parts. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's
the next week will be a crucial week for the Red Sox for sure. Seeing if they rebound from this pretty drastic dip.
No, it's over. They're gonna get swept in Toronto.
I want to go back to a point you hit on earlier about the Celtics. This is every time they take the field right now, it's reminding me of like when the Celtics will play like the Magic or like they'll just sleepwalk through games. Like they don't even look like they want to be there. And then in the 8th inning, it's like, they'll get a couple hits here and there, keep the average up. It's embarrassing to watch.
They're going to get swept in this series here. The Blue Jays and Yankees will be about 1 game back of them by the end of the weekend. And my prediction right here, the Red Sox will be out of the playoffs by the end of next week.
I don't know about all that, but I'll say I'd be stunned if they're in the playoffs September 10th.
Out of the playoffs end of next week? I mean, how many games behind are, say, the A's or the next team in the wild card?
4 games up on the Yankees for the wild card right now.
4 games?
The A's are 2.5 behind them, but if the Yankees jump them, the A's are going to jump them.
Yeah, 4 games in a week. That's a lot. I don't know about that, but
They already did it
The
last week.
Mariners are coming too.
Mariners are coming, and they're playing the Yankees right now.
it's a
Bad.
tough time to be a Red Sox fan. Tough time.
Real bad.
On the flip
Right.
side, the Giants are looking solid. Mike Yastrzemski, as I'm watching this game as we record this episode, just made one of the better catches I've seen all season. We'll definitely be seeing that on Instagram later tonight. But the Giants are looking solid. They've won all but 1 game since the deadline. It was a strange, fluky game against the Diamondbacks, excuse me. Chris Bryant's fitting into the lineup nicely. No complaints with him, although I really look at this team and similar to the Red Sox, while they're not lacking in hitting, they are lacking in some starting pitching. They've given up, it's got to be an average of almost 5 runs per game, 5-6 runs per game in the last couple weeks here. Gosman's fallen off big time. Nobody's swinging at his splitter anymore. He can't get it in the zone. I mean, it's put away pitch, it's a split. He needs it to be somewhat looking like a strike, at least, for it to be effective. Not happening. Last start he had actually pitched decent, but a few before that, not good. The end of the rotation's been getting kind of lit up. Cueto, dud. Logan Webb, Alex Wood, not great pitchers. DeSclafani's on the IL right now. So, it's tough seeing Scherzer go to the Dodgers when you know that's a guy you kind of needed and was linked to the Giants for a while. But, 69 wins. Hopefully 70 coming up after this game against the Brewers tonight. Very nice. So you can't complain with the best team in baseball, but there's always room to complain, as Chris just demonstrated beautifully.
The Giants are giving me 2013 Red Sox vibes, though. Not just a bunch of dudes. All good players, but not really like, they don't have like any Tatises or like these guys of the world that you're gonna see on Sports Center. Like the Red Sox won the World Series with Shane Victorino, Ellsbury, like just a bunch of dudes. Like I don't know, I'm not ruling the Giants out until they are done. Like I will not. I refuse to.
I mean, this team's dangerous. They have the most home runs in the MLB. They, I think, have the most runs scored off those home runs as well. I mean, they can score 4 or 5 runs any inning at any time at any point in the game. It's a dangerous team.
The only thing that's holding them back is that it's an odd year.
It is an odd year. But I believe that streak has been broken. I do not.
Maybe they can get it. Maybe they can get the 21, 23, 25. They get the odd years and mix it up.
Maybe you get Joey Bart coming up.
And then by that time, the
Red
Red Sox will finally be good.
Yeah, and then we can actually get the straight out the Lou prediction for the World Series.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen anymore.
It's looking tough.
2031 for that. We're actually building out for 2031. The Giants are a good team. I'm pretty tired of hearing about the Dodgers and Padres, and the Giants just keep winning. They're going to win the division, and those 2 teams, who everybody says are the 2 best teams in the NL, are going to be playing in a 1-game playoff. So anything can happen in that game. But I don't think the Giants have enough starting pitching to win the World Series.
What's the word on Tatis?
The Brewers and the Dodgers have so much starting pitching.
Tatis at the moment, I believe he's dealing with a torn labrum in his left shoulder, which is not his throwing arm, obviously. But that torn labrums, it's such an issue that almost any time he hits the ground or hits anything for that matter, it's popping out of place. He's dislocating it almost every time he hits something.
You know what? He needs to relax in these game 103s, trying to take the extra base on a misplayed ball at third base that goes an inch away from the guy. I mean, he got what he deserved there, basically, kind of trying to take that base. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Like,
yeah, I mean, especially knowing that he has the torn labrum.
Yeah, just a young player, I guess. I don't trust the Padres in this year's playoffs.
No, especially with how Blake Snell's been pitching, and that rotation hasn't really panned out to be the lethal starting rotation that everybody made it out to be at the beginning of the year. Still a lot of talent.
Darvish is having a good year, but do you trust him in an elimination game? I mean, we've seen his past.
Very true.
It's like David Price.
Yeah, the Brewers still looking good, Chris. Your prediction's still looking solid there. It's a good team.
Yelich just starts swinging the bat, though.
Yes.
If he starts swinging it,
they're going to have NL MVP Willie Adames.
I was talking to a Brewers fan last night, Chris, and I was telling him about your World Series prediction. He's very down on the team. He's actually he's like Felger, just criticizing the team.
Yeah.
Says Woodruff isn't an ace, so that's very questionable.
Maybe not, but they have 3 very good pitchers.
Yeah, but he was saying that Yelich has the highest on base percentage in the league if he had enough qualified ABs or something. So I mean, I guess he's not the average is down, but if he's getting on base, it's whatever. But I don't dislike the Brewers pick. I don't
Another
dislike
team
it.
I'm starting to worry about as a possible contender, if they make the playoffs, are the Blue Jays.
Yes.
Their starting rotation is legit now with Barrios and Ryu, Robbie Ray, and Manoah. And they might have the best lineup in baseball. I frankly don't understand how they're in 4th place to begin with. But if they make the playoffs, they could win the whole thing.
It's looking like that 2015, 2016 Blue Jays team, except with the pitching this time around. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's transition here into some NFL training camp updates. Newest out of the 49ers training camp. We'll start in the Bay today with NFL. So going into training camp, no QB competition per Kyle Shanahan. There was going to be Jimmy Garoppolo all the way. Trey Lance going to sit. And then Trey Lance out of nowhere gets a rep with the first team. A zone read, 1 play, no big deal. Yet Shanahan contradicts himself. Previously, he had said no first-team reps for Lance, gets the first-team rep. And then today, at a press conference, after a day break yesterday, Shanahan goes on the mic and he says Trey Lance will be playing for us this year. He says that he does not see there being a QB competition at the moment, no open competition. He won't be starting or anything like that, but he will be playing for the 49ers this year. It seems like the meter's kind of ticking more and more and more and more towards Lance being the starter, something that I did not see happening this year. Unless, Jimmy really has a lingering issue that they're prepared to have to sit him for, I don't really understand what Shanahan's doing. Maybe he just thinks Lance is going to start no matter what, and he's just motivating him more and more and more and more. But I don't know. As outsiders, what do you guys think?
But yeah, I don't know why you think this is like a QB competition. He just traded 3 first-round picks for this guy.
The thing is, I don't think anybody in the organization, anybody who reports on the 49ers, any insiders, nobody thinks that it's going to be Lance at the moment. Unless maybe it's Kyle Shanahan just scheming up behind the scenes. Everybody's but no, Lance at all, really. Unless Jimmy gets hurt or really screws up and is really bad. Nobody's anticipating Lance at the moment.
That's ridiculous. But I will say one reason why those analysts might be not anticipating Lance is because of Jimmy's contract. Why would you pay a guy that contract?
1 year left.
Right.
1 year.
I know, but you got a Super Bowl contending team. You get rid of $25 million. You have $25 million to go spend and make your team better.
That's a mid-tier quarterback in the NFL these days.
I bet they have a move for Jimmy kind of planned out for the middle of the season, and I think they're going to trade him mid-season.
It's very interesting because I really think everybody's in the dark besides John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan here. I think
honestly probably, but I think Jimmy can win. He's going to win some games. He's always been able to do that in the NFL. He's somehow finds a way to win games, gets momentum, and then you put Lance in. I mean, Lance will definitely play this year. I feel like that's the strategy. It's what they did with Lamar Jackson. I know Mahomes didn't do that, but kind of the same thing. Got momentum, played him in some big games.
I really think everybody was anticipating a Mahomes situation. Transition behind Alex Smith for a year, put him in year 2, and then he shines. That's what I think everybody thought was going to happen. After the draft, it was that seemed like a no-brainer, but
yeah, maybe I was just maybe I was just living under a rock. I always assumed that he was going to play this year. I don't know about what you think, Chris, but
you were probably about to speak that into existence. That's what we do on this podcast. Because I was with Dylan, I thought that was going to be a Mahomes thing, but some of the stuff we're hearing out of the 49ers, you would think, when's their bye week?
Their bye week is early. It's week 6 or 7, I believe.
I don't know if it'll be that early, but if he says he's going to play this year, they're not going to run some sort of 2-quarterback thing. He also could be anticipating that Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt because that will happen.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably that too.
So, yeah, I mean, he'll play and he'll do fine. He's apparently doing well in camp. But if they replace him in like week 10 or 11, I don't expect 49ers to really miss a beat.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow, straight out the Lou, we'll be present at 49ers training camp, and we'll be able to see Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance side by side. Footage will be
Able to
posted.
see those 5-yard stick routes from Jimmy.
Yes, footage will be posted to the Straight Out the Lou Instagram story, so stay tuned and follow if you do not already. But another quarterback battle, I don't know. What's going on in New England? Let's get updates on that.
No, Chris, I've turned I've turned around on Mac Jones. I got in the film room. No, I'm a Mac Jones fan at the moment. But this guy, they're telling me he's losing to Cam Newton. Are you kidding me?
No, he's not.
What?
No. This is what I'm seeing from the media. I saw up until a couple days ago, Mac Jones had been playing better. These Patriots reporters are awful. They as soon as they put on the pads, there's one day at practice where Cam Newton's better than Mac Jones. And you do not hear the end of it from these reporters about how great Cam Newton looks at practice. And then the next day, Mac Jones goes and beats him again. So I don't need to hear this from the Patriots reporters about how great Cam Newton is and all that, just to kiss up to Bill Belichick, because that's what their job is. That's what their job's been for the last 20 years. They're terrible at their job. So it's not a competition. Cam Newton has the job no matter how bad he plays because Bill Belichick loves him. The Patriots are a complete joke. Mac Jones is not going to play at all this year because of the Cam Newton-Bill Belichick connection unless Cam gets hurt or something. So I'm disgusted with the Patriots, and I've tuned a lot of their stuff out.
You won't know until preseason anyway. I mean, Bill, it's not like Patriots training camp gets a lot of coverage. It's pretty quiet.
I love hearing from Tom E. Curran how well Cam Newton plays at practice. Oh, my God.
How about Greg Bernard?
Yeah, Cam Newton just completed a terrific 2-yard stick route from Cam Newton to Jacoby Myers, really putting him on this. And then I was here. This competition is over. There's not much of a competition here after one good day at practice for Cam Newton. Come on.
Yeah. We'll see.
Elsewhere in the NFL, Carson Wentz is hurt. Who saw that coming?
Shocking.
I was thinking about this. We were talking about, maybe they have something planned for Jimmy. They trade him midway through the season. Why aren't they open to a trade for the Colts or with the Colts for Jimmy right now?
The Colts aren't going to do that.
I'm on the Trey Lance wagon. Like, I think this guy's a stud. It's just I think the Niners want the insurance and knowing that they have a veteran quarterback to start the season at least, and they don't throw – because we've seen, like, some rookies get thrown out and just not get off to a good start, and that can ruin careers and ruin seasons. So, I mean, I think the Niners just want to stick with a guy who knows the system very well. The players like him. There's no, beef or anything between quarterbacks. I think everything's fine in San Francisco. I don't think there's anything to be alarmed.
From Indianapolis's point of view.
Oh, I mean, Indianapolis should be going to get quarterbacks right now. Nick Foles. They should be getting Nick Foles last time he backed up Wentz, they won the Super Bowl somehow. Still don't know how that happened. But he's what, the third string guy in the Bears?
Yeah, at the moment.
His Fields is the 2, I'm assuming, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. So, I mean, that doesn't make – I don't know why the Bears are even still holding on to him. Minshew is available. But don't they have Brissett, or did Brissett move?
They have Eason.
Oh, Jacob Eason, Georgia legend. You don't like
they're
Eason?
going to stop now.
Huh?
That's Tennessee's division.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Wentz is, 5 to 12 weeks? They don't even have, a real timeline. So they're going to have to figure this out. Yeah, they got to figure this out. We'll see.
Yeah, foot injuries are tough. I don't know. There's a lot of bones down there. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah. We'll have to see. It was stunning to see him go down.
Couldn't believe it.
I mean, he got through one day, though. That was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty fired up for the NFL right now, though. I've been watching some film. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get back at it.
Hall of Fame game yesterday.
Yeah, 49ers training camp on NFL Network tomorrow. We'll be recording it.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
All right, so transitioning here to the NBA, Andre Iguodala He's back in the Bay. Biggest signing
back. So
of the
finally,
whole
somebody
offseason.
finally somebody to make some clutch shots. Because I mean,
Right.
Curry can't do it.
Iguodala. He's back, baby. He is back.
The LeBron stopper when he averaged 38 in that series.
Yes, of course. Quickly with the Warriors here, they got Otto Porter now, a guy who at one point a few years ago was a $100 million contract guy. Not sure how that happened, but it happened at one point. So he's a Warrior now, two-way guy. Hopefully can play a little defense, bring a veteran presence, something they did not have off the bench last year. Iguodala brings that same factor. Hopefully he can put up a couple shots here and there.
Culture guy.
Yeah, of course. Their draft picks, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, or as big Jaguar perk like to say, Moody, Mosey Modi.
I couldn't. I don't know how he couldn't pronounce his name. It's that even I can do that one. That one was very easy. That was funny.
That was great.
Jaguar.
I think the Warriors are still looking fine though. As long as Clay plays well, they'll be good. Celtics, how the C's looking?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This is a bridge year at this point because their only hope of doing anything in the future is getting their finances set and praying that Bradley Beal comes next year in free agency and that Tatum can recruit him. That's really their only chance of doing anything. You have to have stars in the NBA to win. Signing Kelly Olynyk to a $37 million contract like the Pistons did is not going to do you any good. So, they're making these one-year deals for, whoever. These bums that they've signed. Josh Richardson sucks, but, whatever. They sign him. Just get some guys that'll be watchable on TV, make the playoffs, and get Bradley Beal. That's really what they're planning, I think. But if you're going to go all in and be a bridge team this year, you might as well go all in. Sign Isaiah Thomas. Sign Avery Bradley. Sign Aaron Baines. I want the band back together. They're good.
Experience.
Yeah, you want guys who to go out and play hard and be a watchable product. Go sign those guys. You're not going to be a championship team this year, so it's a bunch of one-year deals. So what's the harm?
Oh, I hear you, but I'm real fired up for the backcourt of Dunn and Chris Dunn. They got Chris Dunn. Oh man, I can't believe they missed on him in the draft in 2016. What a shame that was.
Yeah, still disappointed about that.
Yeah, well, man, he's an elite player. He's what he's gonna do, Chris? He's gonna dive on those loose balls in the second quarter. He's gonna get some Tommy points.
Yeah,
I'm very fired up.
Yeah, he's got all the intangibles.
Yeah, he's got all of them, and then he's gonna break some threes. What they just got a clone of Marcus Smart.
He's
I
not
don't
gonna
understand.
start. Richardson's gonna be this. I can't wait for this. Dumb and Richardson in the backcourt. They're the same player. They're the exact same player. They both are pretty good defenders who think they can shoot and can't. And then you'll have Brown and Tatum doing their little ISO stuff because they don't care about anybody else. And then Al Horford or Robert Williams at your center spot. It's just please make the playoffs. Make the playoffs and get Bradley Beal.
They'll make the playoffs. But
I don't know. The Bulls got better.
That's what I was about to say. Let's talk about the rest of the league here.
I wanted the Celtics to sign Lonzo Ball. I thought that was a guy that they were going after, right?
He got paid way too much money.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody gets paid way too much money.
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's unbelievable, the NBA. But
I saw something that said the best value contract of free agency so far was Lonzo's, and then the worst was DeMar DeRozan's.
Probably. I don't remember Lonzo's contract. I feel like you guys would know that better than me. But I think the Bulls did really well. I think the Knicks did good with even though Kemba sucks. But my friends all fired up about that. Evan Fournier to the Knicks. They're putting a watchable product together.
The Celtics have passed the Knicks with those two signings. I will say that.
Yeah. And then what are some of the other teams? Miami getting PJ Tucker. That's a pretty good signing.
Kyle Lowry,
yeah. Old team, of course, but that's a team that's going to compete. They're going to hustle. The team you want to watch.
Will they have the firepower?
Yeah, probably not. Not to beat the Nets or the Bucks, but it is what it is. And then the Lakers getting Westbrook, unbelievable move. I don't understand that at all.
I do think they needed better role players off the bench, and I think they may have gotten that in guys like Kendrick Nunn and who else did they get? They got one or two other guys who are decent, but the Westbrook move, puzzling.
Westbrook is the Mickey. He's LeBron. He's just 6'4". He rebounds, he dribbles the ball up the court, he passes the ball. He can't shoot. I mean, LeBron's definitely 14,000 times better than him, but like they're the same player. What's going to happen when, like, I don't know. I just see the same thing with him and James Harden. Like, there's only one ball, and they're both playmakers.
That's what people said about Kyrie and James Harden, though, and they made it work.
Kyrie's a scorer, though. Kyrie's not a playmaker. Kyrie's a scorer, I think.
What about the Carmelo Anthony signing? I like that signing. Kent Bazemore, I also like that signing.
The Carmelo signing is for the photos and the highlights and
He can still shoot it. He can spread the floor a little bit.
Defense, like what?
I don't know.
15 minutes a game?
He's better than Westbrook. He is better than Westbrook.
But I mean, he's better than Kuzma coming off the bench there.
Yeah, Kuzmini's gone. I can't believe they finally got rid of him.
That was a really tough loss.
Yeah. The Lakers are going to be good, of course. The Warriors, Chris Paul re-signing to a 4-year deal. Yeah. I don't know who gave him that deal. I don't understand how this guy gets these contracts for being a loser in the NBA, but it is what it is. Kawhi re-signing. Clippers will be the same. The Jazz had a quiet offseason. I think they kind of just they re-signed Clarkson.
Re-signed Conley.
They re-signed Conley. So,
they got Eric Paschall from the Golden State Warriors.
That's a game.
Pascal's a good player. I mean, the Warriors. I think that was a good move for the Warriors too, because I feel like Paschall. He's just an undersized guy that they already had. They kind of already had a bunch of guys like that. So I mean, they can move on from him. I'm a Paschall fan though. But who were some of the other teams that did well?
Kind of hit on all of them, I think. The Knicks with Kemba, we went over that. Bulls.
They get an F. They get an F for their free agents. That's so bad. How do you sign Kemba? They paid Evan Fournier $78 million.
Yeah.
That guy sucks. They paid him $78 million.
I mean, this just reminds me of every Knicks team ever. Where they get kind of better, but everybody knows they're not going to be good.
Yeah.
Once they have like one good season, then they sign these washed up veterans like Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah, and it doesn't make sense to me either. But
yeah, it's strange.
I think RJ Barrett's a legit player.
Good.
It's good. Yeah. Can't really score, but he's good. He's a good player.
I think he's a good player.
He doesn't shoot the ball too well, at least.
Yeah. That's true.
He's good around the rim.
Nothing to be. They'll make the playoffs. They'll be around there. Hornets, quiet offseason, which I was a little surprised about.
They did get Oubre.
Oh, yeah, God. Well, what is Oubre going to be? Doing his dunks and his little lights. Oh, my God.
Hair whip.
You got it. Warriors couldn't get rid of him fast enough.
That's a crushing loss.
Awful.
He was great for the Warriors last year.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of basketball, though, the Olympic team, they're going for gold tomorrow. I'm expecting a loss. I'll tell you that right now.
Really? Against France? They are 0-1 against France so far.
I'm expecting a loss. I mean, I think this team's coming to a little bit of a zone. But, I mean, they were, like, tied with Australia at halftime.
They were down by 15.
Yeah.
15 in the second quarter. I watched that game.
You know who sucked? You know who's the reason why they suck? Tatum.
Tatum, I agree. That's what I've been saying.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, Tatum blows on that team.
Ever since they inserted Drew Holiday into the starting lineup over Tatum, things have gotten better.
Oh,
that's all
100%.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Tatum refuses to play defense, and he doesn't cut ever.
He's bad. He's bad at basketball.
Okay, that's true. But he shoots well. He has been shooting well for them. He had some clutch shots.
That's what he should do. He should stand in the corner in his 5 minutes that he gets. That's all he should get. I'll take JaVale McGee over him right now on the team. Seriously. It's ridiculous. If they lose, I may be going on a Red Sox style rant because that's unacceptable. They need to win the gold, and the fact that these games are close is a joke. This team is a joke. The USA basketball team. Now, what a disgrace they have been this summer. They better win tonight, or they're gonna have serious problems.
They'll get a win.
Tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight.
I think it's like 10:30 tonight.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Friday, August 6th. Yep.
Okay, I'll tune into that.
Yep.
All right.
Luke, you want to wrap us up with some Bruins?
Yeah, so free agency started same time as NBA, kind of, over the top. Thank the Lord, Nick Ritchie is gone. Kasha is gone. This was a great offseason. We have revamped the whole third and fourth line to actual guys who know how to play hockey. This is great. Eric Holla, $2.3 million. Guy just scores big goals in playoff games. Nick Foligno, captain, knows how to win playoff games. Tyler Nosek, been to 3 Stanley Cup finals. Like, this guy's been to Stanley Cup finals, knows how to win. And, we still got Lazar. We need a second-line center. I'm hoping the Jack Eichel trade will come because Jake DeBrusk is still on the team, which I don't understand that. Yeah, you happy about that?
I really am. I was so upset they lost Richie. I was really crushing. Can't believe it.
I mean, the city of Boston was thrown into shambles.
Yeah, I mean, there was a ghost town the next day in Boston, I heard. Nobody was going. They were so upset they lost Nick Ritchie. I can't believe it.
Charlie Coyle right now is the second-line center on the worst contract in hockey. He has 5 years left on his $5.25 million contract. What in the hell is that? I mean, this guy, the problem is we have to match the money for the trade in hockey for Eichel, and he's making $9 million, DeBrusk 3.67, Coyle 5.25, and we probably need another guy anyway.
No, DeBrusk and Coyle for Eichel, that's a great trade.
But Coyle has a no trade clause. And why would he want to leave Boston to go to Buffalo? Like, no one ever would want to do that.
Yeah, he's a Weymouth
ridiculous. Guy. Somehow Matt Grzelcyk is still on this team, who blows. But they didn't really address the defense. They've signed Allmark, new goalie, new era in that. No more Rask. I'm very excited about that. And
they're going to resign. They're going to resign Rask.
They probably are. They only have They only have 1.3 million in cap space though. So I don't know.
They'll find a way.
But yeah. So every analyst and everything I've seen has said the Bruins have had the best offseason in hockey, which I agree to an extent. On the forward side, they have. On the defensive side, they could have addressed a little bit better. But overall, happy with the offseason moves. Excited for next season. Can't come soon enough. So that was a good offseason, at least for one team. The Bruins are kind of pushing all their chips in as Bergeron and Marchand are close to retirement. So I like it.
Good stuff.
Tough loss with Krejci, Bruins legend. Hate to see him go. But,
I think
that's about it.
That'll do it for this episode of Straight Out the Lou. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more content.